$100 MBA Show, the business podcast that gives you the insights, the tips, the tactics that you need to grow the business you want with our daily 10-minute business lessons for the real world. I'm your host, your coach, your teacher, Omar Zenhom. I'm also the co-founder of the $100 MBA, a complete business training and community online over at 100mba.net. And in today's business lesson, you will learn the easiest way to know how to improve your product. As a product creator, as a business builder, it's really hard for us, someone who's in the trenches that eats and breathes this all day long, to know what our customers need. You're probably the worst person to know what needs to be improved. Now, I don't completely believe that. You're probably not the worst person to know. But maybe you're not getting a clear perspective. Often, our opinion of our products are skewed. We know how to use them, we know why to use them, and for somebody who is interested in buying what we actually offer or the solution we try to solve, may not see things the same way as you do. And remember, you're creating products and services for other people, not yourself. So in today's lesson, we're going to discuss an easy way to know how to improve your product, to know what your customers need, and how to take steps forward to make sure your product is getting better and better. This is an actual exercise that we've done in our business because I too need to improve our products. I'm going to share with you step by step a fast and easy exercise that you can do today and get critical feedback that will really help you move the needle and improve your product and increase sales. But most of all, keep the customers that you currently have. So in today's episode, I will share with you that exercise so you know exactly how to improve your product, how to keep the customers you have, and increase sales. So let's get into it, guys. Let's get down to business. Today's episode of the $100 MBA Show is sponsored by HostGator, your all-in-one website solution. With their 24/7 live support via phone, chat, or email, you can have somebody help you step-by-step build your business website right now. With their one-click WordPress installs and easy-to-use interface, HostGator is the way to go. And with their amazing offer for $100 MBA listeners, you can get started for only $5 a month. That's a 30% discount. That's incredible. Just go to HostGator.com/MBA30. Again, that's HostGator.com/MBA30. As many of you know, we have a webinar software called Webinar Ninja. It's a product that keeps on evolving. It keeps on improving. It's something that we have to constantly be on top of and be one step ahead, to be constantly trying to find how to improve it, to help our customers get a win, to do better webinars, to run webinars with ease. These are our goals. But the funny thing is when I use the software, I have a completely different experience than a lot of people that are using the software for the first time. And that's because I understand the software inside and out. I've used it for years now. I've helped build it, so I know the ins and outs. So my experience, or what I come to expect, is going to be very different from somebody who's starting out new, somebody who's using it for the first time. So it's very hard for me to use my experience to improve the software. And the same goes for you and your business and your products and your services. You may be a user of your products and services, but you are a very, very advanced user, the most advanced user. So you need to find out what the experience is like for somebody who's just getting started, who's just using your product or service for the first time. So what we decided to do is to do a focus group exercise, and I want to share with you the exercise so you could do it in your business. The first thing you need to pinpoint is what's the win you want your customer to have when they first use your product or service. What's the promise? For us is being able to create and run a webinar easily. If they can create a webinar and run it with success, then I know that that customer will do it again and again. They'll get a win and they'll want to do it again, and they'll become a long-time member. So you got to pinpoint what the win is for your product or service. Why? Because you're going to create an exercise around that task, around getting that win. So the first thing we did is we created a very simple Google form. And the form just is a prerequisite form for people to fill out if they want to participate in a focus group. And I'll explain exactly what the group is going to be doing. But the point here is that you want to choose the right people for your focus group. So for example, one of the questions we had in this form was, have you used Webinar Ninja before? Now, we would highly prefer for the purpose of this exercise if you've never used the platform before, if you're completely new. That's going to give us a more of a genuine experience and give us better feedback. So that's a question we put on there. We also put the question if they've used another platform before. Now, I put this question in there because I may want to have some people in the group that have used another platform but never used Webinar Ninja because they have a frame of reference. And their feedback might be a little bit different because they're comparing us to something else. I also asked for some demographic information, like their age group, like if they're aged between 25 to 34. Also, why would they want to do webinars? Why would they want to use my product? It's a very short form. It should take them about a minute or two to fill out. The actual exercise I'll be asking the focus group to do is quite easy. It's creating a webinar and running it. I give them some simple steps, but while they're doing that, they're recording their screen using a screen capture software like ScreenFlow or Screenomatic or QuickTime for that matter. The reason why I want them to record the screen is because I want them to comment and give feedback as they're creating the webinar. This gives me real-time feedback. It's kind of like looking over their shoulder when they're creating the webinar for the first time. They would submit that video to us, and we'd send them a post-task survey for them to answer questions about new features they're thinking about introducing, their overall experience with creating a webinar with Webinar Ninja, and any general feedback they have. Now, we also reward people for doing this for us. We offer a $50 Amazon gift certificate for taking the time to give us feedback. $50 is very, very reasonable. It's a great investment to get some great feedback from people. If you get 10 people to do this task, that's great. You're going to get 10 different versions of people's experiences. And for $500, that's really, really inexpensive. Now, you might be asking, how did you get these people? Simple. I just put it up on Facebook. I put it on my profile, as well as some groups that I've created, as well as a group that I really trust that would give me some really good feedback. People that I knew they weren't members of Webinar Ninja, but they would be willing to help us out. Again, this is not promotion. You're genuinely asking people for feedback about your products and services. So you got to look at your products and services. How can you create a similar exercise? It may cost you a little bit more if you have physical goods, but it's well worth it. People love giving their opinion. They love sharing their experiences. So don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to even ask them, hey, can I jump on a Skype call with you after you do the task so I can have a little chat? Plus, they're getting a nice little gift in exchange to show your appreciation. So it's a win-win for everybody. And you're going to learn a ton from this exercise. But guys, there is something I need to tell you, a huge warning when doing this task. I'll get into it in a moment, but before that, let me give some love to today's sponsor, HostGator. When it comes to your business website, you have to go with the pros. But you want to make sure it's easy to do. You want to make sure you're able to edit at any time and make updates to your website whenever you need to. That's why HostGator is a great choice. They'll take care of everything, from your hosting to your domain name to your SSL certificates. They are there to help you. And with their 24/7 live support via phone, chat, or email, it's like having your own tech team ready to help you whenever you need it. Plus, they will grow with you as you grow your business. Today, you can get started for as low as $5 with their beginner plan, or they call it the baby plan. And it's at this great price because they're offering 30% off to all listeners of the $100 MBA show. Just go to HostGator.com/MBA30. Again, that's HostGator.com/MBA30. So, what do I need to warn you about? Receiving honest feedback from people that are trying your product or service for the first time can be tough. I'm the first person to say that I have to brace myself when I get feedback because I work so hard on our business and our products and services that I can't help but take it personally. But I have to remind myself that I have to hear this so I can improve. That's the only way I can improve. So keep that in mind. Sometimes people are going to give you feedback you may or may not agree with, but it's their feedback. You got to take it on. You got to consider it. They also may not deliver it in the best way. They may not be tactful. They may not be sensitive to the fact that you worked really hard on this product or service. But hey, they're giving you feedback. Make use of it. You've made all this effort to put this task together and to put this focus group together. You might as well reap the benefits and use it to your advantage. All right, guys, that wraps up today's lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, guys, so you get all our episodes automatically to your device. Tomorrow, we got a great episode that you can get automatically by hitting subscribe. And it's all about, is being better enough? How do you compete in a competitive market? Is simply just being better than the competition good enough? We discuss that in tomorrow's episode, so make sure you tune in. All right, guys, that's it for me today. But before I go, I want to leave you with this. I always say that business is often an emotional and mental game. It's that balance of being able to do the right thing, using your brain, using your logic, using your rationale, while balancing your emotions for your love and passion of what you do. You got to be aware of that balance because it can really help you and it can also hurt you. It's not a secret that entrepreneurs have to often wrestle with their ego. So keep that in mind when you're going through this task. Remember the goal. The goal is you want to improve your products and services. Just keep your eye on the prize and don't worry about all the emotions that come into play when you hear that feedback, when you know you need to improve. All right, guys, I hope that helps and I hope to see you in tomorrow's episode. I'll see you then. Take care.